I'll tell you, kid, it's tough making it big out there. It's a real fucking rat race, I tells you. But I don't need millions of viewers, I just need you, my captive audience. This time I'm considerably late to the party, but I want to talk about this film anyway. Sinners. Came out over 4 months ago, and it's still my favorite film of the year. It's a great popcorn movie for the masses, but also offers something deeper for thinking audiences to chew on. Though I love this movie, it has its fair share of issues. Oh, and before I forget, there will be spoilers, so, the film opens with a cool animated sequence explaining that there are special people with the ability to summon spirits of the past and future with music. But it also attracts evil. Then we get one of those teases where we see a character during or after a traumatic event that then hard cuts before shit hits the fan, and in this case it's 1 day earlier. I'm not a fan of it. I understand the purpose. It holds audiences over who came for the horror of the second half, but I honestly prefer the first half. It's barely anything supernatural or spooky, but we meet a cast of terrific characters that are just so much fun to follow. At the heart of them is Sammy Moore, an aspiring blues artist who dreams of leaving the cotton farm to pursue stardom playing his music. He's played by first-time actor Miles Caton, who's not only a super talented musician, but gives a great performance. His cousins, the Smokestack Twins, have just returned to Mississippi after working for/stealing from the mob in Chicago. Both played by Michael B. Jordan, and it's pretty wild how effortlessly he differentiates the characters with his performance. I mean, it's more than just their costume design and writing. I mean, those aspects help, but man, his performance, fucking great. So, Smoke and Stack by Sawmill to fix up into a juke joint. The first half of Sinners follows them, Sammy, and various other characters as they prepare for and advertise their juke joint's opening night. I love seeing all these characters get introduced and come together. They're all just so strongly fleshed out, and I love seeing their world unfold. The director, Ryan Coogler, presents a vivid picture of the difficult life for black people in this Mississippi town, concisely defining what blues music is about in the process. It's haunting, heartbreaking, but beautiful. As night closes in, we're introduced to Remick, a vampire fleeing from Choctaw vampire hunters. The Klansman couple agree to hide him and are vampirified in the process. During the opening night of the juke joint, Sammy makes his stage debut, culminating in my favorite sequence of the movie, as we see his music summon the spirits of the past and future. I absolutely love this sequence in theaters, but the entire time I was watching it, I regretted not seeing the movie in IMAX. Just look how much of this awesomeness is cropped out in the standard version. The only element of this incredible sequence I don't think is necessary is the opening narration repeating itself. I guess it's important for audiences who came in late or those with mid-movie amnesia, but I found it a bit redundant. Anyway, Remick and his vamp cohorts are drawn to the spirit summoning music. This is where the second half of the movie essentially kicks off, shifting from period drama to suspense horror. This half is a lot like From Dusk Till Dawn, but there's more than enough to differentiate the two. The vampires here have more character, and also they're incapable of getting inside unless invited in, so the dynamic is more psychological. One by one, characters are turned into vampires, and they try to get invited back into the juke joint, or lure others out. Though there are a couple of silly so-and-so go out alone moments. One of them is literally a character going, "I gotta piss," and then they get picked off and turned into vampires, which it's kind of just typical horror. Fortunately, Coogler is fantastic at developing complex villains. Remick is yet another. He's fascinating because he believes by killing and turning people into vampires, he's creating a society free of hate and oppression. He relates to black oppression because as an Irishman, he experienced oppression at the hands of the English who forced their culture upon his people. There's a fascinating dichotomy here because Remick wants to create a vampire society free of division, but in execution, he's forcing it upon his victims the same way the English forced their culture upon him. I also love how Coogler extends the cultural connection to music, highlighting the roots between blues and Irish music. There's a great scene where all the vampires sing and dance to Rocky Road to Dublin. It's equal parts eerie and a lot of fun. There's one thing that's kind of confusing. When Stack is turned into a vampire, he still has to be invited back inside his own juke joint. Like, he's a co-owner of the place. Does this mean vampires in this world can't enter buildings that they own without being invited? I don't know, it's fine. Just nitpicking. Eventually, the vampires' psychological warfare works. They tell Grace, played by Lee Jung Lee, that they're gonna kill her daughter. So, in a mama bear fury, she invites all the vampires in for one final battle. I mean, they all had to get in somehow, but this kind of screams, let's wrap this movie up. And maybe I'm crazy, but I'm pretty sure new human characters materialize to get killed off in this final showdown. The way the blood looks is really weird too. It's like there's a spigot a centimeter below everyone's skin. But I don't know, it's still fun. I think the one-on-one confrontations are cool. At the end of the battle, I was still sort of like, that's it? Whole vampire thing's just over? Sammy and Smoke make it out as the sole survivors and go their separate ways. Smoke stays behind because he knows the KKK are coming. Trust me, I didn't really mention it, but that is set up earlier in the movie briefly. And there's just kind of a supplemental action scene that I think in another movie might feel tacked on, but here it's really fucking awesome. It's just a lot of fun. It's hard to go wrong when the clan is getting decimated. There's a moment where Smoke takes a break from his otherworldly reunion with his wife and dead kid to riddle the Grand Dragon with bullets. That shit had me cackling. Maybe it wasn't intended to be funny, but it's like he's having this moment. The guy's like, well, I'll give you money if you let me live. And he's like, fuck you, you know, and he goes, ah, bah, 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 bah. Great shit. And the film ends with Sammy holding on to his music dreams and becoming a blues legend. But don't leave yet. One of the best scenes in the movie is a goddamn mid-credits scene. Why this wasn't included before the credits, I have no fucking clue. But trust me, watch it. It's wonderful. It really, really, really is great. Anyway, I'm done rambling. See this movie if you somehow haven't. I loved it. So far, it's my favorite movie of the year. 8 out of 10, baby. Okay, bye.